let's focus here on the roster for today. Boombox, obviously, India did have a brief spell of sickness earlier on the stage, but he is back.
Yeah, Neptuno, a very aggressive main support. You're going to see him in Cruz kind of go at it in that role on the Lucios today. And Asado, you know, how much Winston do we see? How much Reinhardt? Which main tank do we see here from the Philadelphia Fusion today? They did look pretty strong. You know, the European region, always very strong in playing the tank-heavy metas. It's just, I really feel like they've been let down by the Zarya play. You know, Soon has been really kind of up and down, you know, really not playing well in that Zarya role. And I think Zarya is such an important hero in the meta out of the tanks. She's your damage dealer in this type of composition. So when you don't able to turn that damage around on the other team, it becomes really hard to win some of these games.
The map set presented by Toyota. Busanas will be kick things off. Now, I'm excited personally about Horizon and Rialto on the tail end of the series.
Yeah.
That's what... Uses Transcendence and Cruz also the sound barrier. This could be disastrous now for the Eternal as the Fusion snap back. And Paris have no support ultimates left, but it's a trade. Carpe's down a hip. Benvest has fallen though, and without their Reinhardt, things are going to get a little bit dicey now for the Eternal. The Fusion start to kick it up a gear, and they chase the Eternal out. Not only a rally used by EQO. Oh, Benvest is caught off for the rest of his team. It was a panic graviton from Sue to try and protect Benvest, but it wasn't enough. Self-destruct doesn't do much either for the Eternal, and now with the Transcendence in play, the Fusion are very durable, and they want to continue to brawl out on the low level with Soon. He got taken low. Fusion taking their time here. They need to be careful. Soon goes for a grab and dies instantly. Poco can't eat it, but he still gets the kill. Hip down. Paris now with no one really on the board.
Very versatile ones as well.
That's right. Fight starts up with Soon and Benvest going down. You saw how deep Sato went into the enemy territory to find kills. That's called trusting your teammates to keep you alive. Cruz now has to do the same for his compatriots. Finzi is not so lucky. Soon's going to be barely tickling until he charges up a little bit more. Nice shield bash there. EQO gets caught out. It was actually Sato that got bashed. But Nico goes down. Both Brigaders are traded out here. The Eternal find an advantage in this fight, and Benvest surges ahead. This is going to force the Philadelphia Fusion just to pull out of the fight a little bit earlier. Oh, Boombox! That long-range work from him to secure the kill on his opposite number to negate the Graviton surge. Soon pops his one first. Carpe seems to be waiting on his grab. No, he lets it go later on. Both teams in for the Transcendence, but Carpe and Neptuno down early. The self-destruct. There was nothing to back it up from Poco. And so the Diva ultimate is cast into the void. Carpe's going to push forward now and try and go for it early on. Transcendence being popped by Boombox here.
Shatter by Benvest.
And there it is, Graviton surge from the Eternal. That Transcendence, we've got a time moment. It's not going to make a difference. Soon with two. Self-destruct in over the top here with the Eternal looking pretty comfortable. They get to the high ground. And it will maintain control at this point. Poco doesn't even get there. He's desuited. But he wasn't able to. He needed burst healing. It wasn't there, so we had to wait it out. Boombox is down, though, already, and the Fusion gets split.
Yeah, I think Philly, they weren't exactly on the same page there. As long as you just move together, it'll be rally here.
Repair
For
pack.
Paris, yeah, I mean, this is a fight where you know Paris is going to win. They have them in the close choke. They use the rally. This is one where Philly doesn't want to invest anything. They almost just kind of want to throw that fight in the bin.
Not what he was looking for. I think it's safe to say that. And Boombox just gets absolutely lasered down. Now Soon's getting aggressive. He has the Graviton surge as well. And the Fusion get absolutely crushed. Between these stages, we'll be back with Map 2 in just a moment. Times out just as Benvest goes for the charge and he gets taken down.
Big
3,
shatter.
4 on the shatter. That's massive. Perfect stuff from Benvest. He gets it around Sato. And that'll clean up the fight pretty comfortably. But that'll be quickly healed up, and that's the grab. Shadowburn going low early. He can't survive it. He's taken down. Self-destruct in the back. Sato doesn't actually go for a charge there, but it doesn't matter. Carpe's there to finish the job.
Keep them in here. There's no pressure on Philly to use any ultimates.
Transcendence from him immediately. Benvest hits another big shatter though, and it claims Boombox. This is what the Eternal were looking for.
This is fine though. I mean,
Sato is the one that has to come back all the way from spawn, and yeah, that's probably not really going to be happening. The Fusion will try and keep this score for as long as it can. Oh, Paris need a hit replacement. This could be nasty for them. Down to
grabs online.
EQO's caught out of position. He needs to get behind Sato's shield right now, and there's the grab. EQO hanging on tenterhooks. He's down. Self-destruct running from Poker, but Benvest just shields that one off, and the Eternal are going to be able to fight their way back into this one. Only just. It will be crucial in this fight. Here's the first Graviton. That was from Carpe. Self-destruct coming in. How's Sato going to set it up again? Shatter! And it's 2 with that self-destruct. Benvest was knocked down. He was kept alive after the fact, but there's not many teammates to protect now. Just the tanks hanging out. Finzy's going to go over the edge. He's got no real choice. He'll pop back up with his rocket boosters, though. A little bit of a debate. He doesn't quite have that ability now. He gets knocked out of his mech and a sound barrier for the Fusion, using everything at their disposal. Cruz will now try and keep the flame lit for the Eternal, but he has a Discord orb on him, and it'll be very, very squishy. That's all he can do to try and keep things going. And the Fusion put a stop to the shenanigans. Carpe held his bubble for a long time. Oh! Saving play, but Carpe works out. Cruz just gets squished up against the bus, but the only thing he's taking a tour of is his own spawn. Now the Fusion got to push forward even further. Oh, it's Ben Best caught out, and everything crumbles for the Eternal.
That's exactly how Philly planned that.
Yeah, it definitely would have annoyed the Fusions to have to fight so hard to even get that very basic advancement. But looking for the next milestone now, and that is right here. Self-destruct on the top, the sound area helping the Eternal here, and Vinci sends it back up. It's going to hurt. It does. That's 2 kills, and Eternal will take the fight. I don't know if he's got insurance for that or not. And that Shadowbear will be chased back one after another, the Eternal fall. Cruz and Boobox are fighting in the corner. It was no rivalry come to life. The Eternal are running a little bit low on numbers right now, but that's going to help them stall out quite sufficiently. Cruz gets caught, he gets grabbed. They just wanted to get rid of the young Brit. And Ben Best is going to be right behind him now. Sound Barrier coming out from the Philadelphia Fusion, and they mean business. They're here to finish the job. And now with just Finzi left on the payload, nice big shatter on him. That's going to be about it, Matt. Nothing the Eternal can do. And we have an even series now at 1 apiece. In between now, we've got some things to break down. Some messages to share with y'all at home. We'll see you in just a moment.
See soon if he decides to drop down or stay up. Right now, he was up on the high ground, but Philly actually rotated around and pushed him off.
I mean, soon without a barrier, without a bubble, and without any vitality. The Fusion identify the weak link, at least in that fight. The Eternal, the one with the lowest amount of health. And they get rid of him now. Let's see if that's going to be the plan. So Finzi, desuited already now. The Transcendence comes out from hip. Rally used by the Fusion and Plumber Rage. There's the grab from Carpers. That 3 ultimates now being committed to this fight. That's what the Eternal were kind of hoping for, I believe.
Yeah.
And they'll take that one there, yeah. They get the floor wiped with them, but they expected that.
I mean,
just a couple of moments. Finzi gets to the point and touches it, but he has to be desuited immediately. That's not what they were hoping for. They need to be at full strength in this fight, but they had to sacrifice the mech to even get in it in the first place. Nico is landed on by Sato here and soon is removed from the fight. Ben Best now, his best hope is to try and stall out, but after he gets shield bashed, he can't just roll away. Poco throws out the self-destruct to the side of the point. That again is a zoning effort, and the Eternal put in the dirt. Sato was expecting the rest of the Eternal to chase out there after Nico to protect him, so he gets the shadow. Well, Ben Best will never get a chance to shadow at this rate. His gets interrupted. Doesn't get that one off at all. And now the Graviton Surge Transcendence from both sides. Poco is wondering where to put the bomb. Very methodical in his placement of those Diva self-destructs. Doesn't opt to use it quite yet. The sound barrier is probably going to be enough at this rate for the Philadelphia Fusion to finish this fight, and it looks good. Finzi has to get out. Hip is just sitting in the back, hoping no one notices him, but he's a floating Omnic. Pretty hard to miss. Self-destruct on the point, and that will get it done. Of course. Philly now go 2-1 in the series. Map 4. We'll be seeing that one soon.
The Rialto offense, very difficult to take this first point.
Oh, the speed boost there from the Fusion. They try and obscure their setup as much as possible, but the Eternal knew what was coming. They speed into them, and damn, they look good when they're all working together, the Paris Eternal. That was very convincing. Try and get some charge for Carpe. Oh, so nice. But still, Hip goes down. It doesn't matter. The Fusion get launched in the direction that they wanted to go. Cruz with the knockoff, and he must be hating life right now. Carpe on the high ground, and again, it's a Graviton Surge for him. So he's trying to probably keep an eye where Finzi is, though. We've not seen any grab eats this series. Both Zarya players, or all 3 of them, been very careful about making sure they haven't been negated. The D-suit already happens for Finzi, though. Carpe would have wanted to have gone for a grab there, potentially, but he got knocked to the ground. Now the sound barrier coming out for the Fusion, and they've almost got that first checkpoint. They get there, the Eternal. Notice there's a grab here for Shadowburn. That might end it all here, especially with Poco being D-suited. Shadowburn now being chased down. Poco was looking for him, but Sato actually found him with the Fire Strike. A Transcendence from Boobox is really going to keep the Fusion going here, and Ben Best is pointing to a little corner. He's not going to get out. Sato chases him down. Poco's traded out. A late shadow from Sato. He's gotten 2 in this fight, and this time it hits true. Finzi and Nico, the last 2 standing, and there's nothing Nico can do but try and stall things out in Philadelphia. Oh, they had to dig deep in their pockets for that one. They can back off with a speed boost, and here is the Graviton Surge. Self-destruct, is there a setup? Ben Best, no, he wasn't knocked down, so that bomb doesn't really connect, but Cruz is still felled on the side of the Eternal.
Yeah, and what happens there is Philadelphia uses the rally, and then the sound barrier is used by Paris, and Philly doesn't rush in right away. They wait it out. Now they have their own sound barrier to push on through.
Eternal just stuffed back inside their spawn, trying to put him on a house arrest. Nico has to rush in with a shield bash to just cover the distance to get there. and he should be left upon now. The Brigitta is down. Finzi also removed, and Cruz. All they want.
Pogo can sit up on that high ground, still go on these flights.
They just want high ground.
Yeah, I mean, they can just drop right down.
I mean, Philadelphia Fusion have the luxury of just looking at the Eternal and, you know, getting in between them, picking them apart, driving a wedge in between their tanks and the rest of them. That's a very nice Graviton surge on the high ground, and for the self-destruct, maybe a little bit superfluous.
And they go really low.
Shadowburn, no energy. Poco eats it up. Nothing's going right for him. First Graviton eat of the round, and once again it's Shadowburn who donates his ultimate over to a very hungry Frenchman. Poco just going to chill on the payload now, and that Transcendence is not going to do anything. Nope, but again, it just creates a zone. It essentially Primal Rage here. It increases the size of field. Really? Really, Sato? Is that really necessary, bro? That was... okay, well, fair enough. Now the Eternal. In lieu of a main tank for the Philadelphia Fusion, going to try and go aggressive, and Philly have to fight this.
Can't lose.
5v6.
Come on.
Dips down already. Cruz is missing. Oh, they're going to beat Sato right now.
To be fair, if Philadelphia had a ton of ultimates going into Paris isn't done.
Still, Matt.
Yeah,
the numbers don't lie, dog.
But what are you supposed to do, though? They got 3 support ults. Like, there's nothing really you could do there.
I bet you Hayes is going to have a word with him after that one, but it just doesn't matter. Well, the Eternal, they're done for the stage now, and they're unable to unseat the Fusion, who will make it into the playoffs. Don't worry, Cruz, I heard they're looking for a new Kingsman agent. You might just have to shave if you have some time. Philly, though, very clean into that series. As soon as they get that Winston, they start to make the magic happen. Not known for mincing words is EQO, but with that, the Fusion clinched their spot in the playoffs. The seedings, of course, in the playoffs, still yet to be decided there, but they're going to be in the mix, more importantly.
Yeah, and I mean, you see Paris down in 16th. That'll be the end of their stage 1, but there's still, what, two spots up for grabs. You got, you know, Lorraine on the outside, the Charge on the outside, the Outlaws still in it. A lot to be decided here today.
I mean, the later parts of today's matches are going to be